People think you're weird because you're spiritual? Fine, let's talk science then. According to Einstein's equation, all the observable reality is energy. This means your body is energy. Your consciousness is energy. Now let's talk another law of physics, the law of conservation of energy. It states that the energy cannot be created or be destroyed, but only change form. Your consciousness is energy. Congratulations, you will never die. Only your body will change form. What about the creation of our universe? The universe is a singularity. Just know that when matter and antimatter collide together, they explode. In our universe singularity, somehow matter was more than antimatter. Hello, God, is that you? That matter or singularity, in a fraction of a second, expanded, creating space and time and everything we observe today. We all come from one single point of matter that expanded. And this is quantum entanglement, or how Einstein liked to call the spooky action of particles. This state that two quantum systems that interact or meet are forever entangled means connected. Remember, we all come from the one source, so at one point we were all one. And this is in our atoms. The APR paradox goes a little bit further. It states that if you observe two particles come from the same source, if you are able to determine in which direction A is going, you will automatically know in which direction B is going. This communication is faster than the speed of light. Nothing is faster than the speed of light unless you are one and the communication doesn't need to travel. Let's talk about the visible universe. This is how much you can perceive with your 5 senses. 5%. That up there is the frequency of light that you could see, and the tiny fraction is what you actually see. Down here, how much you can hear compare with other animals, imagine with other spiritual things. Really? 5 cents to interpret it all reality? By the way, the 5% of reality you can perceive. But what is the 68% of dark energy of which our universe is made of? They call it dark because they cannot see it with naked eye. Dark energy is literally the energy of possibility, or better called quantum vacuum. Remember when we say that every choice creates a different timeline? Those possibilities are in the dark energy of the quantum vacuum, and they make 68% of our universe. Do you know that your consciousness is needed to give meaning to material reality? Scientists were studying the behavior of light. They were trying to understand if it was a wave or a particle. So they used the double slit experiment. This is the crazy part. When they set up the experiment to observe a wave, light behaved as a wave. When they set up the experiment to observe a particle, then light behaved as a particle? They were kind of shocked. Now, let's say that the behavior of light, being a particle or a wave, can change the sort of this poor cat. I have set up a specific algorithm. If light behaves as a wave, then a jar of poison will explode inside a box, and the cat will die. If the observation of light results in particle, then the jar will not break, and the cat will live. According to what we just said, by observing light and setting up the experiment, I will change the sort of the poor cat, because my consciousness change how particle and wave behave. Still don't believe me, huh? This guy proved the so-called DNA phantom effect. He took the DNA, put it in void, and then sent photons, or particle of light. He found out that photons organize in the same shape as the DNA for some unknown reason. This particular phenomenon happens only with DNA, and it lasted a month after they removed the DNA from the void. Reality arranges around your DNA. Are you still not convinced? Do you know that only 2% of your DNA is coding DNA? The rest is called junk DNA. They call it junk because they don't know what it does. They only know that it uses a huge amount of energy from the body to be replicated and preserved. Nature preserving junk material? Are you serious? I'm pretty sure Darwin will have something to say about that. That is potential ready to be unleashed. psychic abilities? But you're still not convinced. This guy studied and proved the effect of vibration on water. Vibration is the sound of your voice, and this crystal shows how water reacts to particular words. Beautiful crystal for good words, ugly crystal for pollution or bad words. Talking about words or spells. Guess what? Your body is made 80% of water. Does that struck a note?